For a little bit of flexibility as well. I imagine it will go top. I don't think you want to take like...
Winner moves to 2. And as we round out the first week, being in the upper echelon with the likes of Fnatic, KC, Giant X, BDS are also there. A great way to open your season and new year.
Doesn't look like we're going to have any sort of lane swap scenarios, though. More just everyone spanning out. Oyoya trying to get some vision on towards Vitality. They would have liked to get a ward down, just to spot out where Linces is, but now Oyoya actually...
Charms
great charm.
And it's a W as well. Dagda, that's an easy first blood. Beautiful setup from Vitality.
Beautiful setup from Chayek. I don't know how he managed to sneak that charm into the midst of everyone, but this new mid laner for Vitality has been stepping up wonders for them. He's consistently been one of the best players.
Really has, and we highlighted him for a reason. So MOVISTAR KOI now moving up top. They've cleared a ward, so you do get a CS for Jojo to kick things off, and Dagda, it looks like they are going to try and commit to this lane swap with Super now sitting here with Alvaro in top enemy jungle.
Yeah, they wasn't sure if Karzi and Hilly wanted to try and match. You can see Hilly actually is going to roam up, so Super and Alvaro just trying to get some vision down to spot out exactly what's happening. But even if you lane in the 2v2 here, it still comes out in favor of MOVISTAR KOI, because eventually Mirwin is going to pick up all the CS. He's going to be an experience accelerated with the experience.
Yep.
Whereas for Nako, I think he's just going to end up falling further and further behind. So MOVISTAR KOI just trying to be a bit of a nuisance here.
Crash out not working though, and Nako gets damage actually down. Gatling gun won't help out too much, and now that Hilly's here in the 2v2 lane of his choosing, things seem a little bit easier here for Nako to try and step up to the wave and get experience.
I do think this ward is crucial here, though, for Vitality, for MOVISTAR KOI, because essentially they're going to spot out the Linces is on this top side, so they're going to realize, hang on, we need to crash this fairly quickly, because our jungler's nowhere nearby. This is a bit aggressive from Alvaro, though.
But it comes with an ignite. Damage on Hilly after the fact as well. Vitality, that 2v2 sent packing, or at least back into the turret for the time being, and thank you very much to our observers for the picture-in-picture. One great thing about Cassante and Dagda, why he's just picked all the time, is his survivability in these lane swaps is also just what makes him great. Yeah,
and there's no way, as you can see with the buy on the top side, that we're going to get any sort of dive, so Mirren's going to be quite happy to just pick up a lot of the CS underneath the tower. And Linces moving back over towards his red, had hit level 3, so I wasn't sure how aggressive he wanted to go, but I think with Alvaro getting that chunk on towards Nako, putting him below half HP, looks like Vitality not comfortable enough without knowing where Oyoya is to try and go for something special.
But as you said, I just want to point back to your earlier circle on the map. Linces was spotted out by that ward, heading down to the bottom side of the map though, trying to maybe play around that vision, skirt around it. Probably had some kind of idea as we're back up top because level 3 was just hit. Nako in a bit of trouble. He dashes in instead, tries to be sneaky with it, but flashes away. Hilly with the counter engage afterwards as Alvaro's a new target, but Nako has dashed away. And Super's just there to help out as well. Getting a little bit frisky top, but Nako now without his summoner.
Yeah, he does have some bickies though, so be able to nom on them to make sure he's actually got a bit of a healthier...
He walked in though, flash shattering strike. Hilly can't save that. Nako crashed down on, but the dash from Ambessa, ridiculous, isn't it?
The mobility is insane on this champion, and Nako barely had to get it. That looked dicey though, and maybe now looking a little... Oh, Jojo went in!
Ooh, flash! Holy moly. On a ward though, they're trying to bait it out. Alvaro found Hilly, and he dashes out himself. We're playing on the edge of a butter knife in this early game.
It is big for Hilly to stop the resets though, because it means that Nako should be able to get this farm, and that's why Hilly just kind of calling his top laner over to help out. If you can't reset here, Nako will actually get a really nice back timer here. So Hilly making it look a little dodgy, but it's actually a great call for him to make that stop.
True. Much better than the start from yesterday, I don't know. Hilly fans will be upset with me because I'm calling it out. I just have to say it because it was a little bit of a rough early game. But this time around, you know, playing more the Hilly way in a better way, his charm was a little bit early from Chayek there, but you won't care, Hilly. He wants a quick recall.
Honestly, yeah.
Who cares? Actually, this time who cares? Yep.
And you get the death guards as well, so we actually get back out onto the map faster. So honestly,
it's tech.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely. So it's 11-second dead timer. It would have taken him 3 seconds to walk back, if not, and then the 8 seconds on the reset. And look how quickly he's coming out of base. Like, he's going to be completely fine. So in the grand scheme of things, yeah, see, you get your death guards. Hilly's now mid lane faster, so look funky, but actually it gets Hilly back on the map faster.
It's plays like that again that, you know, That brings us into highlighting this play. A good charm up. Hilly is, as Dagda said, right here and ready. Jojo, that's a rough trade considering he just teleported back in. Triac, yes, the same, but we're getting close to level 6s here for the all-in.
But I do love stuff like this because I think that's what's going to catch people off guard. Now, Alvaro being here is probably going to catch Hilly off guard.
Yeah, off guard, off guard. Shattering Strike, just a bit out of range from Alvaro.
He said on guard, but kind of missed everything, so it didn't really work out as well as it like, but oh, Hilly.
Okay, now he's off guard, Dagda. He's also offside, I think, because Hilly just runs back to safety net. Here's Jojo as well, Ignite down, and he just used his disengage. His flash is down as well. Jojo with his kill. And that time he's offside, off guard.
This time I don't have an excuse for him, unfortunately. He's getting cut out a little bit. And now it is going to set up Jojo with a nice little lead in the mid lane because this was quite back and forth. And I actually really liked that he got in towards the mid lane quick. You could see it did catch Jojo off guard as he had just come back into lane, but it means now end up giving over the kill. And with the opportunity for the Void Grubs to be taken by Elyoya, you're just going to get the trade now for Linces on the opposite side.
As Kazi matches his top side, Alvaro going to take True Shot Barrage, running away. His crash down is down. And they just back off, trying to get the wave pushed in. So we have standard lanes just upside down.
Yeah, I think, again, because Nako was farming with Hilly, you can see the difference in experience. We are about to tick over to 7. Nako not even level 6 yet. So this is where you're going to see the difficulty for the Mbessa. And if Mbessa falls behind, she's just not really as exceptional as you really need her to be. So I think we're going to see some attention from Linces to try and get a bit of a lead for Nako on that bottom side, because if this continues, you're just not going to outpace the K'Sante as he starts to build the armor that he needs to keep you in check.
And outpace the comp. We talked a little bit about it briefly in champs like Dagger. Let's just pause the trades. Good charm. As Movistar Koi, I mean, you have Yone with Zyra and a K'Sante, and I just see this comp Dagger and I go, wow, those buttons stick. And it does feel like it is going to be hard to play, a front to back, all in. Some of these skirmishes as well. Not only if they get ahead, but if they're given a little bit of time in this game as well.
Nope, Super does not get interrupted. It actually pops a barrier to so if you are shielded and take damage, it doesn't interrupt the reset. So that's why Super used it. But now Alvaro.
Yeah, Alvaro knocked into Linces. Can't do too much there. And you're right. I was like, that is a barrier. So I guess that's just worth it. You kind of like throw apples and oranges in the air. Barrier for the tempo, you know?
Why are you throwing apples and oranges at people?
I can juggle. I really can't.
But yeah, I mean, it does stop. It made sure that Soup is now on this bottom side to put even more hurt onto Nako, who's about to get dove. So great barrier because it keeps your tempo, and essentially you're not really going to need it for the foreseeable future unless this goes horrifically wrong.
Don't say that. I mean, it is an Ambessa, and I'm just waiting for those Drakehound steps to come into action. Super's damage is going to be everything here with his phage as 3 members now converge. The flash immediately, but Nako able to respond. He doesn't even have Merc Treads, by the way. That was just quick as anything. As this summoner is down again, but he's able to defend the rest of the turret as the wave thins out, and it's only going to be a plate for the trade.
Still, it's a flash at Alvaro, which is way less valuable than the flash at Nako. He's going to have a Hex Flash and stuff available for him in the later stages of the game, but I think it really does just take the wind out of the sails of this Ambessa. She kind of wants that mobility in the team fights, especially if she's going to go in with public execution. So Nako not having that available just makes it so much more difficult for him to really be a threat in these side lanes and put her on towards Soup. And now, obviously, you've got Void Grubs at a minute 20, which you would like some of these flashes to be up for Alvaro, but yeah. I think it's still a decent trade when you can play things a little bit slower with the poke that you have on Movistar Koi's side.
So Movistar Koi picked this up. It'd be a big boon considering that Vitality would lead to 2 themselves. Actually, the winner of the grub fight really just goes to 2 to make it simple for everyone at home. So this could be everything as Alvaro is stunned down Kazi. He arcane shifts afterwards, but remember, health bars are important here if this drags out enough. Dagda pointed out, but again, 45 seconds till those grubs, and it might lead into the dragon that is about a minute 30 behind.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes on Hilly because I think there's an argument here to actually forego contesting Void Grubs because I just don't think you're in a position to go for it and look for a play on bot side instead. And if you'd gone for the play immediately where Linces is, you could actually catch Mirren out as he pushes in this wave and then try and make something happen, but it would cause a lot of your Summoner's Calls to be down, or sorry, Ultimates to be down.
Yep.
So it looks like instead Vitality do want to try and contest this these Void Grub spawns, but I just don't know if they're really in a position to do so. MDK or Movistar KOI at least don't have their first items completed, which makes things a little bit easier. Shush, shush, shush.
You know, yesterday, I said to our production team, I'm like, I promise I won't say mad KOI again. It's just, you know, once you go through a full year of saying something, it's so hard to get out of it. As much as you want to practice until you tell yourself, it's completely different. As those grubs have now spawned, by the way. I'm just going to say KOI from now on. Make your life a little bit easier. Grub started, but it looks like a little bit of a fake here as Vitality have brought their support up. Hilly's now level 6 as well. And
look at the top though, Vi, going on towards Jojo Pyun.
Watching that. Knock up there. Jojo sees Linsis and Vault Breaker away. Grub still being taken by Movistar KOI.
Yeah, this is the issue. I don't think you can really contest. Super going to get a ton of damage onto Hilly. And now, TP from Jojo. Was it TP? That's just a great
He goes back and Linsis walks right in. It's a trap. But imagine me with a fish head saying it as Movistar KOI. They're going to have free access to the grubs now as well.
Yeah, great pick. Again, Vitality just weren't in a position to go for this. Even if in an even fight, I don't know if they could really match up. And now, Garzi taking a little bit of hurt, but Alvaro just going to walk away.
Oh.
Public execution, nice dodge from Jojo.
It really was, wasn't it? I mean, Jojo, this game's been playing so well, but how does he get out of this one? The answer is just like that. And Jojo walks out. Vitality's early game, it is slowly being taken away. Dagda, 5 grubs in total, 2k gold lead. And it's come off the back of some of these slick plays, these punishes from key members of Movistar KOI.
But now we got to see what happens with the Dragon. So Jojo TP'ing down to the bottom side to catch this wave that Shayak has already pushed in. He teleported in to push that as well. So I think this at least should be Vitality able to get the cross map. I'm just curious if Movistar KOI can maybe put up for a bit of a plate in mid lane as a response to this. But Vitality, 2 Dragons at least. Not the worst of starts, but it's just that 2k gold lead that's starting to open up that is maybe going to start causing them issues.
It really feels like, again, you know, control is still going over to the blue side here with KOI, but I think I also want to point out that we've also got a Blade of the Ruined King very shortly on the way. This guy right here, who's having his day 1 performance again, and Chayak is feeling that. There you go, Malignant versus Components. Yone wins. Just the way it works is he's going to get the push in here, Dagda, and let's see where they move with it, because him and Alvaro actually syncing up a lot. I mean, Alvaro, to be fair, is also just everywhere.
Yeah, and this has kind of been the hallmark of Movistar KOI is Aoyoi and Alvaro working together, controlling the map very well.
Yep.
And Alvaro now syncing up with Jojo. This was what I was hoping we'd see, is just how well this trio can work together. And didn't quite get it yesterday, unfortunately. It was a very close game between them and Karmine Corp, but still, Movistar KOI showing that they are a force to be reckoned with as they set up on this bottom side. I think you can look for push in mid with Corky and then start to lean on bot, which is why Vitality trying to defend.
It's Hilly himself moving in Tribrush, trying to contest with a vision, but Magnet Storm is the turn. You see the flash away from Linsis because there were some Strangle Thorns about to be on the way. El Yoya sending out the Tangle Barbs himself, and Vitality are still on edge, but Hilly's just sitting there waiting. I'm not sure. Quickness in, maybe a bait, maybe a ruse. It was! Jojo ultis out. Chayak follows through, gets a reset, gets a flash, the charm, and El Yoya burns his 2. Hilly's getting hit some wild thorns on the way out, while Super now has to pick apart the pieces, but Vitality have won that fight. They've subverted expectations, and Hilly, bit of a beta.
Yeah, nicely done by Hilly, catching people out, and now Mirwin in trouble on top side.
How much, though? Nako not thinking about the ulti for now. Wave just going to call in.
Yeah, you're just going to continue to push in, but you can still look to poke down underneath the tower. You got that shield, see? You go in for a quick trade and just continue to work Mirren's health bar down. Makes it very difficult for Mirren to stick around, especially if you know the Linsis and that are starting to make their way up towards his top side.
That was shield bash damage. Dagda with grasp. It's pretty disgusting, honestly. It's like getting hit in the face by a peanut, you know? There's first start.
Unfortunately for Vitality, this was a great play by Hilly, but they end up losing out more on the back end. So you get the flash away by Linsis, which means that the Stranglethorns just end up missing out. This is a bit of an overstep. Aoyoi comes across to try and catch the Ezreal and work with Supa moving over, but it means that then it's a 2v3 here. They think Chayak is too low to come in, but Hilly engages. Linsis with a follow-up and the long-range up from Karzi just catches Movistar KOI completely by surprise. And even here, Chayak holds the charm, hoping just his flash will burn Aoyoi's flash. He gets the charm after, but Aoyoi steadfast in that. Does not react immediately.
And Chayak got so much off the play as well. As we come back to live now, KOI are looking to get this turret as that was a close charm yet again. Jojo has to go out to the Fade Unsealed, or rather Soul Unbound. Chayak thinking about the ult as well. I think I'm looking, and he's got it up and available. Charm narrowly does not connect. But in that last play, Dagda, he got a lot of gold back because Jojo was starting to lead the charge here in the mid lane. But now the lead swinging around, and Chayak is in a good spot.
Yeah, I think the problem is, though, it's a Yone. So inevitably in the side lane, it's going to be difficult. Yone are very, very strong in that regard. And you're constantly have to just clear out ways as Supa in mid lane, which is opening up Alvaro and Ayoya to just pocket Jojo Pyun every single step forward he takes. So Vitality are trying to break this and trying to find some way to get this turret, because then you can push the wave in fully, but you're just not finding those opportunities.
I love how I'm talking about mid, like these small gold swings, and now I've kind of just realized that Elyoya the whole game has just been having a field day.
Yeah, he's been...
he's 40 CS ahead, he's 1,200 gold ahead, so that's where that lead at the top of your screen is coming from right now. It'll shorten a little bit thanks to the fact that this turret is going to go down to Vitality, but yeah, Elyoya is strong. Seeker's Armor Guard second as well, note for the next fight. While Herald is now spawned in top, and whoever gets this one will lead to the feats of strength. Still not picked up, and remember, they're 2 a pop, but it looks like KOI are going to be fast at this. It looks like KOI will just get the feat of strength from it as well.
Yeah, so Vitality traded hard for that bot lane turret, as we said, to try and make things a little bit easier for Chayak and keep Jojo Pyun in check, because Nako is actually doing well on the opposite side. Now they're looking for Jojo.
He's going to go back to his soul. Lintus runs in. It's buffered by the ulti, but there's the cease and desist. Charm underneath turret. Chayak is tanking up, and he gets out in the end. Now Alvaro wants to seal the deal on a return trade, but Lintus, even with the ignite down, there's not enough damage yet. This is the problem. Rel is getting the slow down. Dagda says, hang on a minute, there's a dog on the way. That floating little woofer in Supa is now in range. Cease and desist. Look at the blockage. Lintus just walks in the brush. He's now dead, and Turret will take care of him while Supa gets the kill credit in his first of the game.
Supa with the toe beans of doom there, making his way down to the bottom side of the map and able to actually finish them off. Toe beans.
Toe beans.
The little beans on their toes.
Oh.
Yeah, they're little on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, toe beans.
Toe beans. Yeah.
I've never heard that before. Is that an Irish thing?
Maybe, I don't know. But we're rolling them anyway as Vitality going to move up. What?
Elyoya just popped his Seeker's Armor Guard by accident in front of Dragon. I love our observer just disappeared from that as soon as he saw it, by the way.
No, it's you see something you're not supposed to immediately just move the camera away. We don't want to embarrass him, but it is at least a nice Dragon take here for Ayoya, because this could have potentially been third Dragon for Vitality, but again, investing that play onto the bottom side, they don't get a chance. So now I think it just comes down to Mbessa. Mbessa, Adakan.
I'm dumb, Dagda, because now it's feats of strength. Excuse me. 5 grubs, not 6. Now KOI have it. Right, just about 2 minutes too late here. Or 2 minutes too early, I should say. So, feat strength now go over to KOI as Jojo's going to be in trouble again. Look at Hilly with the quickness. He wants in, but Alvaro's here for backup. Will Jojo be able to survive? Yes, thanks to W. Kazi can't finish him off. Mystic shot onto Alvaro as well, and it's good defense play here from KOI.
Yeah, Jojo will be able to get back, but he's going to be in a little bit of a hurt spot. Doesn't have the TP to get back onto the map, so Nako going to push him bot. I think Chayak might be a little late to the top. So actually, no, Mirren's going to reset as well, so I think it's just going to be a case of getting these waves in order and then trying to look for the Adakan taking about 2 minutes. At least Jojo Pyun should be able to be in a position, I think, to finish the second item at that stage.
Yep.
You have the Muramana completed for Supa, so I think MOVISTAR KOI should be in a decent spot, but I like that Vitality are still looking for these picks, because they just don't really have a huge amount of control over midwave. It's why Corki is so strong at this point in the game.
True.
His ability just, like you'll see in a second, like queue the backline minions, completely clear them out. You can open up a Gatling gun, and it just makes it impossible to contest on the wave state as Karzi, so...
Oh,
Jojo,
great
nice
dodge.
feet.
Yeah, his feet are looking good here, Dagda, as he looks for a little bit more damage, actually hitting everything onto Chayak, and now Alvaro's there. A quickness out, or rather, quick feet with the flash in the end. Chayak's out, but that turret might drop because of it.
It 100% will, and not a huge amount invested either. Alvaro went for the ultimate, because if you get that kill, that just sets you up for the Adakan take, but they're going to be happy out. Hilly now taking some damage off Supa.
He used W, he has no flash available, but Supa's scared to chase. He's deep in enemy territory here. KOI are going to help get the red buff, though, in the end. And Elyoya is, they're not stopping here. Herald in hand. KOI really taking advantage of one simple play.
Yeah, and there's nothing that you can really do here as Vitality. They're going to be trying to defend, but...
Ow!
Nako only on reset. Mirren going to try and interrupt. Gets that interrupt on the bottom side, so this is still a 4v4, and Hilly's so low.
Supa just wants a phosphorus bomb to take him down. Corki, one of the champions with the best Trinity Force power spikes in the game, really. Right now especially. Just think about that extra true damage as Vitality playing on the defense once again. They've got a couple of dragons in their back pocket, but remember, we're talking about feats of strength for Koi. We're talking about a very good Yone at the moment, a strong jungle, which is at 170 CS, 76 CS. How hard is it to speak today, Dagda?
I'm all right.
It could be the poncho.
it does imbue you with a style.
This like
you bought it. I don't know.
I bought it from like a second-hand shop, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's who sells it.
That's who said. Yeah, but like I've never seen anything before. And you know what my wife said? Hannah's like, get it. It'll look good.
No comment.
Yeah. I think actually at the time I was with Cadril as well. And he said, oh yeah, man, that really suits you. And then everyone else has said the opposite. So I don't know if he was baiting me. I don't know if my wife was baiting me. I just kind of feel like Vitality in this game, you just don't really get the break you're looking for, and you're looking for answers, right? And maybe you find it with a second item, you know, maybe a second poncho, right? You find it with Chayak, now on 2 items himself. Ezreal as well. You look at Kazi, very strong here. Maybe those answers will come around the outer card you talked about as well.
I'm very impressed you managed to bring that back to gameplay, because I had no idea how we were going to swing that one.
that's why I get paid.
Vitality trying to swing up towards this top side, but MOVISTAR quite with them now. Alvaro has the opportunity to flash over the wall if he wants to. He just goes to the crash down, but you're already in a bit of a precarious spot here. There's not, like, you don't have push in mid. Super's going to be able to contest that wave state, and now you're being pushed back on top side as well.
Deep Vision aligned here, as you can see, into the tri-brush, into this entrance outside of red where Kazi's now walking over. It's great vision that Hilly wasn't able to clean just then. So for Vitality, full information gathered, given over to Koi. As resets also came through in that time frame. Zonya's picked up by Elyoya. I'm looking at a 2-item Jojo Pune as well. I'm seeing across the board, a lot of damage has just been picked up. Ready for this next couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think there's not enough of a goal lead now to really differentiate these two teams. It really is going to come down towards engage, and that's going to be on Hylissang to try and start this off, because you have the range advantage for Koi. He finds Alvaro.
You said it, Hilly starts it, but who finishes it? Alvaro just stands there waiting. Teleport flank is huge as well. That ward they couldn't clear. Now gives Mirwin access, but Lensis is already out by the time he gets there. He moves to mid, has inside turret access, but no demolish up and available. Mirwin only with the chunk.
But that's huge for Vitality. Nako's still pushing him bottom. He kept his TP. Now the
cease and desist on the Super. The 80 carry caught out. They all jump in the back line, but Super's not knocked up. He was pushed forward by Linsis, and Hilly got baited in. Koi get the opening kill of the fight. And you saw there, Dagda, the Q from Linsis didn't sync up with Hilly.
And now they want to just try and keep getting this poke down. Now, Mirwin doesn't have the teleport to try and come back into this fight, so MOVISTAR Koi just want to try and play it slow, make sure there's no window for Vitality to get anything off the back of this, and it's just Hilly who's gone. Dragon next in the eyes.
Just a replay of that, but for now, as I see all the summoners drop down, the Dragon being the cost is quite nice here. Koi going to match 2 for 2. And Ocean Soul, remember, with 2 Ocean Dragons stacking up nicely, and great wave clear from Super as well, while Kazi denied access to this outer turret once more.
Yeah, this is, again, Super is so good at clearing out these waves, so not able to really do anything. The wave is pushed in by Chaik in that top side, though, so Vitality's setting up towards this Atakan area, and MOVISTAR Koi will have to face check this, which is not ideal into things like a Charm or into Linsis as well, but without the ultimates, it's way less threatening.
Close Kazi. Arcane shift away just in time. Jojo is seeking that angle. What kind of road do they want to build this time around as Vitality playing River? It's about Hilly's angle, you're right.
I don't think you spotted because of the control ward, so Linsis is in behind Super. Ultimate is just a few seconds away.
Control ward down, he's not spotted. True Shot Barrage pokes Jojo. Koi is stepping up through this mid-wave. Linsis with the all-time flank. It could change the game.
But they don't know where MOVISTAR Koi is. Jojo Pune now moving up towards the top side. They'll have vision that he's gone, but do you feel comfortable to dive Super?
Under turret, he's there. He's early, but doesn't matter. The perfect execution makes a public version right down for the shutdown. Now numbers advantage is big as it pays off, and Alvaro's ulti on the return puts them in trouble. I'm looking at Koi now because they're in this choke in a very bad spot as Hilly gets a knock up, gives the kill over. Mew in the tank wants something, and he gets a flip, granted, but what can Elyoya do at half HP. Vitality run away, but 2 members dead, and the Baron sitting there with Atakan as an option.
I think the Baron is the wrong call here. I think you do Atakan and then you look for the reset, but
they're scared.
They don't feel like they can do this quick enough. 10 seconds on Super. MOVISTAR KOI end up pushing them away. Karzi just going to look to interrupt the resets. That was a great flank from Linces, but nearly end up dicey on the outro. We get to see it again here, because this is wonderful. Like, again, use of control wards, fantastic. Unfortunately, the Q doesn't immediately hit onto Super, but it doesn't matter. You have enough follow-up here to make sure that he's going to be okay. But then they've already used 3 ults essentially there, so they don't really have a huge amount on the exit, and they get split up. Alvaro goes forward here with Mirwin to try and keep the rest of the carries off, but Hilly, he's fine. He'll W out of this.
Yep.
Won't W out of this.
He just sent out Dagda. What have you done?
Sorry. Didn't. Yeah. All right. Well, Hilly goes down.
Yep.
Now you have no support for your engage for these potential. Okay. Oh, he's gone.
These wards are hurting Vitality just after a great flank from their jungler. They come back. 2 now dead on Vitality. Baron, Atakan, I know this time KOI will start it.
Yeah, I really think Atakan in these situations is so much better because you get the buff, then you can take the potential Baron fight after as well. And with Dragon going to be up in a few minutes as well, it feels like this is kind of back-to-back now, a potential 3rd Ocean for MOVISTAR KOI, plus then taking down some of these turrets. That's such a huge swing off of these 2 picks.
I mean, Elyoya finds the grasping roots. And now, as you said, Dagda, that GA buff, the ability to dive, well and truly alive. KOI back up in the lead, and props to Vitality here in this game. They found flanks before. It looks like they're trying to do it again.
But the entire team is flanking, which means there's not really anything flanking. They're just going to fight a front to back now.
Knock, knock. Hilly runs away.
It's Nako.
Nice one. That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Damn. That's one of those lines you're like, could have had that, you know? Could have been mine. And Nako is here. He's just dealing with Mirwin. Or he's going to ignore him and get the turret. You know, it always, you know, Curly from the Three Stooges used to make that noise. You know, knock. You're like,
you said this, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's like,
and I'm old.
It's from the 40s, I think. That's, to be fair. You know, they're like
Did you tell people I was 48 the other day or something?
I said you were 42.
Which is not even close.
I said you looked great for 42.
Because I'm not 42.
To be fair, I called Broken Blade 27. And then, you know, I had producer go, no, he's 25. So I apologize to both Dagda and Broken Blade fans. Yeah, they are. It was a joke, Dagda. I know you're only 30.
We don't talk about it.
Everyone's getting older, and I don't know how to stop that. Well, KOI are in front of the Baron. I know how to stop this Vitality, though, Dagda. I see everything up and available. I see a pick. I
don't think you can, though, because you've still got that Atakan buff, so
yeah,
you just take the fight, and you're happy out regardless.
Good shot. Alvaro looks for an engage. KOI is still thinking, what can we do? Mirwin gets a flip back, and remember, those Atakan buffs are going to outlive the Baron at this rate. Good ulti here from Jojo. Hilly almost dies. Running into it, and Mirwin, you can see, doesn't care. Perfect all out with the Strangle Thorns in the middle, and as he goes over the wall, they still haven't expended the extra life. The KOI is swimming nice.
And now Karzi just wants to try and poke them down, see if he can delay this at all. The TP was used by Jojo to get in. If they can kill him, he can't get back, but there's just nothing there. They will take mid lane tower as some solace, but this game is slipping very quickly out of their hands.
It really is, and even though it's been competitive and I've enjoyed the journey of this game, however slow the kills have been, you know, I have to come back and say that every single time we get in a fight with Elyoya, like, the damage is obvious.
This is why we've seen it in so many other regions. Like, obviously there's Fearless and stuff, but I think Zyra is incredibly strong in this patch, and you get to see here exactly why. If you're playing dive, trying to jump in onto the Zyra is next to impossible. He gets locked up, great engage from Alvaro. Jojo as well, great positioning here to threaten on towards Linces and Hilly, knowing that, look, he can go down, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't even fall in the end, but yeah, MOVISTAR KOI, great re-engage off the back of that fight.
And after this game, it's not finished yet, but like with the 6k gold lead, you have to think that KOI look to close this out. I have to say that Jojo has now had another fantastic performance.
Yeah. I mean, look, let's be real. The Ahri was a couple of pixels wide on the charms, but in general was quite impactful in that game yesterday as well. So I think Jojo's been a great addition. Vitality, though, at least did sneak away this Ocean Dragon, so it won't be a third Ocean Dragon yet for MOVISTAR KOI, but I think the real problem again is just this Baron buff is going to wreck any structures that they have outside the base and make it impossible for them to contest.
Yoya's conversion on turrets as well with those autos, you can see it just does so much work. And outer turret, inner bot, both gone. In mid as well, excuse me, and now it's only inhibitor turrets left in the game. Naknako's backing away in case KOI wanted to go a bit further themselves, but Hilly has been found on the edge here, trying to get some vision. Alvaro just won't let him in as KOI get their waves in due diligence with his Baron buff.
Yeah, I think at this stage, MOVISTAR KOI just kind of starting to outscale.
Yep.
Yes, you've got Ambessa who does scale reasonably well, same with your Ezreal, but Corki matches that if he's not stronger, to be honest, as you get towards the later portion of the game. And your Yone is just so far ahead of the Ahri, plus the inability to engage onto his Ira just makes this so hard to play. So at this point, Vitality kind of need a miracle, and they have to hope for these picks, but this is why I think MOVISTAR KOI's mid-game has actually been great. They've been very clean at getting their waves into a position, so you can't really find those moments to kick back against them.
They're set up here in the proof of the pudding, right? As Mirwin's going to be the target. I mean, Kazi has the damage to start taking him down, but he's going to take a while to flip back the Arcane Shift right into him, and now get ready for some true damage. However, flashing away, he knows he's about to die, and shutdown given over to Kazi. Vitality, there's one pick. It might open up the game as Kazi's damage on Elyoya very insurmountable right now. Flash away from Chayak's charm as the ulti still comes through. Cease and desist, public execution, another shutdown. But in the backline, look at Jojo. He found a two-man ulti. He's bringing the fight back until Kazi says, nah, bugger it. I'll carry the game myself.
There's the pick that Vitality needed. They started with the tankiest member and they finish with the support Vitality. That was fantastic, but the big problem is there's just nothing on the map for them to take right now, so it will just be gold. But the inhibitor went down, but you see here, Mirwin gets the knockback on towards Karzi, but doesn't actually have the follow-up with the damage that's coming through from Naknako and Karzi. And again, Karzi kind of happy to just play him behind his front line here. Some poke goes down initially, and Alvaro does a good job to dodge the charm here from Chayak, but Linsis, great flank once again. It leads you onto Supa, uses the ultimate to interrupt the CC coming through from Alvaro, and Jojo Pyun does his best to get onto the back line, but unfortunately, he's just not enough to be a one-man army right now.
There's all this setup, Linsis, Naknako, Dagby had honorable mentions, great mentions there, but, you know, Kazi hitting a lot of his skill shots, and obviously just the raw damage that he was set up to do in that fight as well. Crazy. Even the True Shot Barrage hitting at the start, Elyoya felt it, and I'm going to repeat your point. It is a shame that there was nothing up on the map, because Vitality, a dream fight when you see that the Dragon's going to be spawning in about 3 minutes' time. We apologize. Of course, Spectator right now does not like Dragons. Baron's up in 2 minutes as well, by the way. The Red Bull Baron power play from KOI ended right then and there. And Vitality's still in with a chance.
They just have to make that magic happen once more. At least you've got flashes on people like Hillisang to try and go for it, but a lot of those key flashes on the opposite side are starting to come up. Elyoya, Jojo Pyun will have his Supas, has now come back up as well. You've even got the Zonya's Hourglass that's been completed for a while on Elyoya, so targets really starting to diminish. So you can see Vitality, Linz is there, just seeing if he can find some way in to play around vision and look for a pick on MOVISTAR KOI. But Naknako's a long way away from having any sort of threat on top side.
Long way away, but he gets away pushed in regardless and buys him some time. Mirwin pops up out of nowhere and Hilly just says g'day. Now you can see Elyoya is trying to move into position, get a grasping roots onto Kazi, cleanses out, not caught out by Jojo Pyun, who finds his own angle at half HP. Is their superstar AD carry? He picks up some lettuce from the ground. Okay. 99 cents tagged there. That's worth it for the health.
You still, though, now Naknako is on that top tower. No one is reset on Vitality's side. Third Dragon, I think you're okay to give across to Vitality if you're actually starting to get to work on these outer turrets. You can see it's about to fall there, and he's able to work through the super minions. So MOVISTAR KOI starting to slip a little bit. They're trying to respond with Jojo Pyun on his bottom side, but Chayak is going to be in position to answer. So it's a Dragon for tier 2.
Yep.
If you can get the soul, it's worth, but I actually like the call from Vitality, just play the map state.
Well, Elyoya at least moving to soul point, but as you said, getting some gold in their back pocket to catch up, maybe to these fourth items, which Kazi was already there, but looking at Chayak specifically is... As I'll also note, third item for this very bruisery fight with Unending Despair picked up second. Also going to be worth it. 4 items on Nucko as well.
I think the question now is what happens at a potential Baron fight, because you got supers pushing in the top side, so someone will always have to deal with that on Vitality's side, which means that it's a bit easier for MOVISTAR KOI to threaten the likes of that mid inhibitor if Vitality overextends the top side. Gilly once more, just trying to pincer here. Linces again, I think he's just snuck around the vision once more. He's in the back line.
Celestial opposition taken care of. You mentioned Linces.
He's going to be spotted here.
Yeah, he's got it. They've got to catch onto this a second time, right? Surely.
But it is just drawing MOVISTAR KOI back away from these kind of dangerous areas, like getting vision set up in this top side, being able to contest on mid-wave. Super creeps are going to do their work in the top end, though, and again, someone does need to deal with that on Vitality, or else they have to look for the engage.
There is some good poke onto Super, so it might set up an angle here as Linces once again trying to get back behind, but now he walks away. Charm doesn't connect, and I'm waiting for something big to start from the likes of Alvaro, who's got his flash available as well, mind you, but one thing is Dagger as the flip comes in. Chayak ultis out. Fate Seal though catches the superhero 80 carry. He's almost dead until Super comes in and shuts him down. There's another kill onto Chayak, and that's what they needed to get back into the position they're in.
I cannot believe Jojo managed to catch both of the carries for Vitality. The words were on the tip of my tongue to say it's so mobile, there's no way you can hit them, but MOVISTAR KOI find a way, and now can Linces answer.
Oh, he's trying onto Super again. Public Execution gets into the back line, and Nucko's doing work. Super flashes away though, but they've run out of their damage. Their 2 carries are down, and KOI with their import mid laner with the NA Superstar, the youngest LCS champion, are about to win their second game of the LEC Winter Split as Jojo under turret cares not. And with that turret dropping down as well, KOI move on to the last. Linces left standing, but for how much longer? The ace comes through, and KOI take down the B, secure the honey for week 1, and move to 2 wins.